start slow, gotta keep it moving, moving. When you're high or you're low, gotta keep it moving, moving. When you know in your soul, gotta keep it moving. You say, I'ma keep it moving. You say, I'ma keep it moving. So you can live the high life. We can live the high life. You can live the high life. We can live the high life. Every city worldwide.
Hey, it's Turn Up Tuesday, and this is part 2 of your Saved by the Bell workout. Now, if you didn't see last week's workout, this one's a little more advanced than last week, so watch it here so you know what we're talking about. And remember to go to the link below for your printable routine. So let's get started. Okay, so last week I showed you how to pick up that kettlebell, which is number 1 most important thing to do. It's bent like a deadlift or kind of like a squat. Your abs are tight, toes are slightly facing outward. You're gonna go down and then pick it up. We're going to advance a 2-arm swing into a single arm swing. So we'll start with a 2-arm swing just to get into the hang of it. So remember, your abs are tight, your belly button is drawn into your spine. You focus on something ahead of you forward. Okay, your shoulder blades are back and down. I don't want any of this. You grab that kettlebell and bring the kettlebell in between your legs and then pop back up, forcing all your weight into your heels, firing up the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings. And then when you're ready, you can do one arm at a time. You'll feel it more in that glute and stabilization throughout your core. It's really great for that transverse abdominis, the lower back muscles. So from the front, you just bring your forearms to your inner thighs and then you pop up. Your arms and the kettlebell are one, they're together. And it's not a shoulder exercise, even though it does work your shoulders. It's mostly in your core, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your abs. And when you're ready, just grab it with one hand, make sure it's secure. And this is the exercise that you can do with a dumbbell if you'd like. Remember that forearm goes right to your inner thigh. Drive your hips forward. Abs are tight. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Great job. Remember to have that timer, so you can do this 30 seconds, a minute straight. It's a lot of cardio, full body sculpting and toning. One of our favorite tools to use. Woo. Great job. Remember, when putting that kettlebell down, you place it down. You don't just throw it down, you might throw out your back. The next exercise is that split lunge that we did last week, except we're going to advance it with a lower ab move. Grab that kettlebell the same way that I taught you and bring it up. You can twist it up so your wrist is in line with your shoulder. You put one foot out in front. Your back toe is just a stabilizer. You're gonna drop straight down into a lunge. I want you to come up and bring that knee up, working those lower abs. Knee up, go back, knee up. Tons of balance. Make sure that kettlebell is right above your shoulder. Start feeling it throughout your whole left side and your arm and your lat and your core. Woo! So set that alarm, 30 seconds to a minute, or just watch the clock. And then once you're done, you switch sides. Kettlebell is right above your shoulder. Your feet are staggered, 1 foot forward. Your back toe down just as a stabilizer. Drop straight down, knee in line with your ankle, and come up. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Abs are tight. Woo! Great job. Now that windmill is next, just for your waistline and to tone up the love handles. I'm gonna challenge you to go all the way down this time. So remember, grab that kettlebell, come up, you can twist it up. Wrist is neutral, right above your shoulder. Have your right foot forward, straight toes facing straight forward, and your left foot just on an angle. And all your weight is in that right hip. And you just bend down, keep that kettlebell straight in the air, all the way down, all the way up. Good. Now, I also want you to fire through that glute and come up really fast with power but control. Okay? So abs are tight, Woo! You can feel that all throughout the side of your body, everywhere where we want to tone. Behind the arm, the lats, the core, the waistline, and the glute, and the side of the thighs. This is perfect for you, ladies. Ooh, couple more. Last one. Other side. So left foot is straight forward, right toes are straight out. You can clean that up however you want to get the kettlebell above your head safely. Wrist is neutral, right above your shoulder. Palm is forward. Reach down. Keep your eyes on that kettlebell and power up. Good. It's a little harder for me in the stand. Whew. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down, power through it, fire up those glutes and that waistline. Feel that stretch and then contract. Last one. Whew. Awesome job. All right, the last exercise. So remember that Turkish get-up that we did last week? It's just a small crunch. We're actually going to stand up. We're only gonna do a couple. I really want you to focus on the form of this move. All right, so we're gonna lay down on the ground again. Remember, you wanna roll onto your side, cradle that kettlebell, especially if it's a really heavy one. The guys also need to cradle that kettlebell. So I want you to push up, having your wrist right over your shoulder. The kettlebell is very steady, very important to do that. Your left leg is bent, your right leg is slightly on an angle, and so is your right hand, palm down. Now, last week we just did a crunch. We're gonna go all the way into a standing position from here. I only want you to focus on a few at first if you're new to this, and then build up to doing more. So what I'd like you to do is keep your eye on that kettlebell, because it's gonna be straight up the entire exercise. So you come up into that crunch, onto your elbow, onto your hand. Now a little different, you lift up using your glutes, scoot that leg up underneath, stand all the way straight, feet together. Now look at that kettlebell, it's right above my shoulder, staying right there. Look at that kettlebell again. You come back down onto your hand, scoot your leg underneath, come back down and lay. Come back up, elbow, hand, up, scoot that leg underneath and stand up. Now I feel this all throughout my waistline, my shoulder, my triceps. Feet together, come back down. Right here, my waistline, lower back, lower abs. Great job. Now we have to do the other side. So you can alternate here, or you can put the kettlebell down and re-cradle it. Now you're gonna straighten your left leg, slightly on an angle outside your body. Same thing with your left arm, palm facing down. Seem out of breath. And your right knee is bent. So keep that shoulder in line with your wrist. Kettlebell is securely in your hands, okay? Now I want you to crunch up onto that elbow, onto your hand, lift your body up, scoot that leg underneath, come up, stand up into your standing position. Abs are still in, okay? Your heart should be racing. Come back down onto your hand, scoot underneath, eyes are on that kettlebell, and back down. Crunch up, onto your hand, lift up, onto that knee, stand up, fire your glutes, all your weight goes in that heel in the front, back down in your hand, working that waistline, lower abs, upper abs. Whew. All right, one more, eye on that kettlebell, to the sky, leg underneath, arms up, stand right back up, feet together. All right, that wraps up the 2 Saved by the Bell workouts. Now it's really important when you're working with the kettlebell to find a professional. We are your trainers, but you know, there's tons of trainers out there like myself that are certified in kettlebell and are waiting to give you advice. So if you see a trainer at the gym, ask them, you know, can you show me a couple moves? They will be more than willing, or they should. If they don't, then let me know. And another thing about the kettlebell is that you can use a dumbbell, but we really suggest using something like this. So have some fun, let us know how you like the workout routine. Remember to print it out at the link below, and we'll see you next Tuesday for your workout.
Smiling so high up, but he keep on climbing to the top, won't stop. He got some rocks, but he came back with them diamonds. Yeah, the kid did well back in the days when they thought he would fail. When I was living in hell, I tell myself, when it's fast or slow, gotta keep